edition of the game, you can already play it. If you don't have that one, you need to wait till June 5th from the top of my head, so it's not that long either. But yeah, we've been able to play early. I've been pretty much playing all day and having a blast so far. So let's continue on that streak and see if we can, you know, kill some demons, because that's what we do. Just checking if everything's working out okay. It seems to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I've in fact saved something. Oh, we don't care about the town portal. We can leave that. But there's something quite fun that I've saved for the stream, because as you can probably see, I'm playing as a Druid, and each class has their own special class mechanic. And the Druid one requires us to go all the way over here. For reference, this is the starting area, so it's quite far away. And we need to complete a stronghold first, which I haven't done yet. These should be fun, should be like larger dungeons with a lot of combat. So we're gonna make our way over there and see what kind of fun we can find along the way, because it is, of course, yeah, an open world game. I was going to say sort of open world, but it is just an open world. So let's see if we can also find some more stuff along the way. Hi everyone, I see people joining in chat. Also, Brooke, good to see you too. Thank you so much for joining and for modding as always. So yeah, so far I've been rocking Druid. I'm also, as you can see on HUD, I'm playing on World Tier 1, so if you're looking at the gameplay and are thinking, what the hell, this looks super easy, that is true. This is the easiest the game is going to get, and the reason we're doing that is because it helps me get through the campaign faster, to unlock things like the different map regions and the horse. And then after that, I'll switch to World Tier 2, but then I'm already stronger, so it's going to be easier. But don't worry, if you're put off by the difficulty on display right here, you can make it a lot harder for yourself, even from the get-go. You can already make it harder. Which is not to say that I'm not having fun, because in my opinion, like, feeling super overpowered and just mowing through hordes of enemies is what Diablo is all about. Hey Ty, good to see you too. Thank you so much for joining and for modding as always. Is this a live multiplayer game? It is, sort of. It is, I guess the easiest comparison to make would be something like Destiny. Like, I don't have to matchmake with other players, but I can come across them roaming around the more open zones like this, and then they can help me out doing things like enhance and stuff like that. Hello, tree boys. Gonna have a problem? No, we're not having a problem. But you can come across other people. You don't have to do anything together with people. You can even, I think there are people who have mentioned you can even like solo world bosses if you want to. Well, those are definitely designed for bigger groups of players. But yeah, you can definitely do everything alone. In fact, there is an event nearby, so I'm gonna go there, see if we run into some other people. Well, very rude sir just stunning me out of nowhere. See you later. But yeah, it is online. It also requires an internet connection on that, because of that, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I can't imagine it working without one. What the hell are you? To break this thing. So far we're doing pretty okay damage, so I don't feel too worried about it. All we need to, and I'm just gonna pop a shield, and we need to kill these guys. So these are basically just public defense, which is again where the comparison to Destiny comes. Okay, so now it's spawns of the boss, which is, I'd love that for us. Let's see if we can just take it down quickly. There we go, this is wonderful. Your accent is awesome. Thank you so much, Alfonso. That is, I think, the kindest thing you can say to a Dutch person, because every other Dutch person in the world hates their own accent, and therefore also any other Dutch person speaking English. I bought the game today, hope to send it soon. I hope so too. I hope you can get started as soon as possible, because there is a lot to do. Let's see, did we get any good drops? This isn't better. This isn't better. Life on kill. You know what? That sounds kind of nice. Let's slot that on the weapon. Heavily inclined towards microtransactions. Kind of worried about buying it. Just want to make sure that I can happily play the game without paying more than the game price. From what I've played... Oh wait, these are broken potions? That's interesting. I haven't seen those before. From what I've played so far, like the microtransactions... In fact, you know what? I haven't done that yet. Shall we have a look at the shop? Just to see what they have. Because I have no idea what we're getting into. But we can have a look, actually. Hey, Scotland, good to see you too. Thank you so much for joining.
Hail, wanderer. Laid before you is
Okay.
the bounty of history.
So these are cosmetics. So these are just transmog skins that you buy. They do look pretty cool though. Like if I was a barbarian, I'd want to look like that. Will you be one of the first to reach level 100 for the reward? No, man, I'm already like 9 or 8 hours behind people who started playing it like as soon as the servers went live. No chance in hell. So these are all cosmetics. And then you also have mount cosmetics. What are the add-ons though? Because that kind of has me worried. Okay, Ultimate Edition upgrade, and this looks to be like a pack with some skins and some currency. So far nothing in the store actually gives you an advantage. So you don't need to spend any like other money. The only thing I don't know is as soon as the season model comes into play, how they're going to be handling that, because the seasons aren't currently active. But to people asking whether the game is worth the price tag, I have a very simple answer to that question, I think. If you enjoy a game where you just go around, kill a lot of monsters, grab awesome loot, and become stronger and stronger and stronger, like this is the area you have to play around with. Talking about bang for your buck. This alone is the starting region. I've made my way all the way up here into Scosglen, which is or Scosglen, I don't know how you pronounce it. I want to pronounce it very Scottish because it has the word Glen in it. Or is Glen Irish? I don't know. But either way, look how immense the map is. There is so much to explore, and there are dungeons dotted all over the map, and each of them gives you a unique legendary aspect you can put on your gear. That's not even the end game. This is something you can start doing right as soon as you get it. If you're curious about the end game, we actually posted a video yesterday where we sort of give you a rundown of all the sort of mechanics and activities you can expect to play there. You're going to be playing this game for a long time without any additional content from the base. From like the base game. So no post-launch content. There are going to be 5 classes to level 100 to build up, to, you know, explore the world, do dungeons with. So if anyone were to ask me, will you get your money's worth from this game? My easy answer would be yes, just because of the sheer amount of things that you can do. Whether or not that's fun, because some people feel like these games kind of get repetitive quickly, is up to you. I don't mind that. I've played a lot of, like, Diablo-esque games, and the previous one as well, and I really don't mind the fact that it gets repetitive. Because I am a sucker for loot. I'm sorry. Playing Street Fighter 6 and watching this at the same time. You are doing life right. Also love the fact that the buzz around Street Fighter 6 is so good as well. It's like, we've been getting some good games lately. It's been about time, but we've been getting some good games lately. So this is... I don't know if we properly entered it yet, but this is the stronghold. So this is a sort of more harder, like, combat encounter / arena, which we have to complete, and then we unlock a new settlement. And this specific one is going to give us some cool stuff for the Druid specifically, which is why we're doing it. Is the story good, I wonder? Considering the fact that it's an ARPG, the storytelling specifically, because there are more like cutscenes and stuff in it, it feels more immersive. It's definitely pulling me in more than Diablo 3 ever did. Which is not saying much, like don't expect God of War levels of cutscene and story and drama. But at least they're setting up Lilith as like a proper interesting villain. So we have the Druid spirits now. Cool. So if anyone has any questions, drop them in chat. I'll try my best to answer them, but considering how much is going on the screen. Sorry if I miss any.
Will not fall to you, Astaroth.
So we have an angry red Druid spirit here. You can play solo. I'm not sure about playing offline, because of the whole meeting other people part. Oh, this is just wonderful. So now there are demons everywhere. Yeah, no, I love that for us. We did get another skill point, and I would love to upgrade my hurricane ability to make enemies vulnerable. Because stacking vulnerability is what we're doing. Oh, cool. So they're trapped here. We can probably take care of that.
Everything is ruined.
I don't know about everything being ruined. I mean, I'm ruining everything, but that's not what you were talking about, I feel.
I'm not ready yet.
How many elite enemies are going to spawn? This is gonna be fine. Do you think Spider-Man or Tears of the Kingdom will win Game of the Year? Considering the fact that one of those games is out and one of them is not, I don't feel comfortable answering that question.
It's useless. Their anger will feed me for ages.
Description says Druid. I feel like this guy is more of a Sith Lord, but we'll see. Where's the other? Okay, so we are going the right way. I love the nature magic fight. To answer your question, Lander, I picked Druid. And so far, I am not regretting my decision because I am just whipping up storms everywhere, throwing rocks, grasping people with vines. It's a blast. I love the whole like primal magic vibe this class is going for it, and I've only spec'd into like a one type of ability. Because you can also change it up completely and become a shape-shifting either werewolf or werebear, or both, if you want. So even within just a single class, there's already a lot of variety that you can access if you want to. But I'm really enjoying the storm-based heals, and I have a couple of earth ones as well. Rogue looks good too. Yeah, I think Yor's gonna be playing Rogue. Because we're all gonna be playing, and I think Yor's gonna be playing Rogue and Joseph's gonna be playing Sorcerer, which both look really good as well. I feel at some point I'm gonna need to make an old character as well, so that will probably be a Barbarian then. But you might start noticing a theme that I really like big bulky boys when it comes to ARPGs. I really wish the Crusader was in this too, because that was definitely my favorite Diablo 3 class, but who knows, maybe later. So far, Druid's been really fun though. I think the Barb is the strongest class. The Barbarian definitely has the strongest potential. I assume that's also what you're alluding to. Because the Barbarian can wield multiple weapons at once. So that sort of increases your potential for gear scaling, because you literally get to equip more gear.
Not ready yet.
Which means you have multiple legendary perks active. Or more than regular classes. First time playing and will most likely be playing solo. Any recommendations on what class to pick? If you are playing solo, I do think that something that can pull aggro away from you is really nice, so that not everything is running after you. So in that regard, I do think Necromancer is a really good pick. I don't know, because Necromancer was really overpowered in the beta. They have been nerfing it. I don't know how bad the nerfs are. I think it's still very playable, because I've seen a lot of like people who did the review build playing Necro as well. But to be completely honest, if you're on the fence about which class to pick, because the biggest advice, you're gonna be playing this class for a long time. I'm almost level 20 now. The cap is 100. So to even get a character to max level is going to take you quite a bit of time. Oh, that's nice. Are drops on for this? I don't know. I didn't even know there were. Should have checked that before stream, that's my bad. But we have a class guide up on the channel to sort of give you an idea of the flavor of each class, like what you're gonna be doing, what kind of skills you can expect. And I feel like if there's one out of the 5 that you feel like, oh, this is cool, I just, I like the nature magic of the Druid, or like I really want to have an army of skeletons with me, or I just want to bash people in the face with as many weapons as possible. Just go for the one that clicks with you. Because ultimately I think the point of the game is just to have fun. So comments a lot of buzz about Necro being over nerfed. Okay, so maybe Necro is a bit weaker then. But then again, because people play it yet? Because I feel like people complaining about nerf before actually playing a game is something that's quite common in the ARPG community. So I don't want to bet too much money on that. Is this a good first Diablo game to start with? Absolutely. Like, considering the state of this game at launch, because that's what a lot of ARPGs or like live service games in general struggle with. Considering how good it is at launch, I would just recommend it as it is right now. And then the idea is that you're gonna have more content coming over time, and of course, there's not infinite replayability, but a lot of replayability if you want to also level different characters or like enjoy really finding the perfect item for your build. Perfect. I like the bash option. Oh, then Barbarian is the way to go. Barbarian literally only has melee abilities, but because you stay in melee, it's also the only class that gets a 10% damage reduction, like right off the bat. There are other classes that can also get damage reduction, but Barbarian like has 10% to start with, because they need to be in melee range all the time. Maxing out your level will be harder than in Elden Ring. It just takes a lot of time. The only way to really make it hard is to make a hardcore character, because if you die with a hardcore character, the character is gone. So that trophy, get to level 50 with a hardcore character, there is a trophy for that. That's gotta be quite infuriating, especially if you're like a level 49 and then you die. Sorcerer or Necro? Man, both are really good, but Sorcerer sounds like the most interesting one to me because their class mechanic is so cool. The basic idea is that each class has their own like special class mechanic. I'm currently unlocking the special class mechanic for the Druid actually, so I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see in a bit. So we got a boss fight over here. The guy just vanished, that seems unfair. Can you please not do that? But the unique class mechanic for Sorcerer gives you an enchantment slot, and it effectively turns all of your slottable skills into passive abilities as well. So you can pick, like, hey, I want the passive effect of, I don't know, my meteor skill, and then you, on top of having the meteor skill, you have a 3% chance to summon a meteor on like any attack that you do. Or if you have Flame Shield, which makes you invulnerable, you can have that trigger when you're about to die. Oh, speaking of about to die. This guy's tough, apparently. How do we get back? This should be a way to go. But yeah, there's a lot of versatility there because effectively every skill you get doubles as a new passive skill for you as well, which I think is a really cool system. So I would also enjoy Sorcerer more out of those two, but I think both of them are really good classes. Thanks so much for the kind words as well, Alex. Okay, round 2. Let's not mess this up this time. This guy definitely just needs more tornadoes. I think that was the problem last time. We didn't use enough tornadoes. And also that is a really useful legendary.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. And that somewhere is not close to death, fortunately. This is going better. I do enjoy the boss fights in this game a lot more than in most ARPGs because they actually kind of force you to, you know, move around, dodge attacks, pay attention to mechanics. But just before the stream, I did a story one that was really cool as well. So, of course, no spoilers, but there are some cool boss fights in this game, which is nice. So we almost died there again. Don't worry about it. Thank goodness we have a shield. And a tornado. More tornadoes. Just wind everywhere. Can you stop being invisible? There we go. That was very kind of him. Oh, he's dead. We stunned him. And he's dead. Very nice. How many hours you put in so far? I think... How does time work again? 5. I finished the first act of the story. And that's about it. Speak with the Druids in Turdora. Where are the Druids in Turdora? Oh, over there. Okay. Really hope they don't put pay-to-win stuff in the game like Diablo Immortal. No, I think they learned their lesson from that one. Like I said, the only thing I am worried about is the seasonal model, because we don't know how that's going to work yet. Okay. So that was the stronghold, I think. And now we can do the quest for the Druid class mechanic. That was kind of cool. So the first time I died from a boss that was like kind of my level. I died once before from a boss that was 21 when I was 15. So that one doesn't count. This one did though. So we have the fast travel point now, but I want to do the quest. There's also another dungeon down there. This is really cool, by the way, the whole stronghold thing where you... Because now it's kind of... Now it's our area. Xbox Store was glitched and gave Ultimate for $30 yesterday. What the hell? Meanwhile, PlayStation Store is bugged and the only way you got to play the game was by buying more of the currency. That was a bug, by the way. That was not intended. Like, I know it's kind of funny because of the whole microtransaction thing, but don't blame Bliss for that. You can blame them for the service not working.
But the spirits here still ache with rot. It was their cries you heard. They don't listen when we call back. Their pain. There is one who might help. The spirit Gathland.
Is he petting a spirit dog? That's awesome. I want a spirit dog too.
Or he was. Until the
or a real
fell.
dog, but...
To his
For the point of the thought exercise, we're going with the spirit dog.
Perhaps he will commune with Tardora's savior.
Awesome. So what I know is that I've been finding these... I can show them in my inventory. I've been finding these spirit offerings, which started dropping from like level 15. And I should be able to bring those to the spirit and then gain buffs. Also, pro tip, by the way, or well, pro tip, from someone who's been playing the game for 4 hours. If you want to see a path on the map to where you're going, you need to press square on where you need to go to plant a pin, and then it will show you like the exact path, the quickest route. Is there like party and group play? Yeah, you can definitely party up with other people. Like I said, there's like random matchmaking, or well, it's not matchmaking really, but you can come across other people by just walking around. But you can definitely like invite your friends. See, here we have another druid, and I think that's a sorcerer. You can tell they're not a druid because they're not chunky enough. Druids have to be chunky in this universe, otherwise they don't work. So you got quite a way to walk again. Again, traversal should be faster once you unlock the horse, but I don't have that one yet. Did we get better gear though? We got better boots. And a better chest piece. Cyclone armor has been granted to you. Cool. Oh yeah, so that's also a thing. While you generally unlock abilities by spending ability or skill points in your skill tree, some pieces of equipment also come with skill points, meaning you either unlock a skill you didn't already have by wearing a piece of armor, and if you then unequip it, you of course lose that skill again. Or you can use it to like power up another one. I think my gloves currently, like I'm using the hurricane skill a lot, and my gloves also give me here 1 extra rank of tornado. So they become even more powerful. Any news on when or if they will release the old classes? Not from what I know, but I'm holding hope out because I think Monk and Crusader in D3 were both incredibly cool, and I would love to see those back. Dennis, can you tell us your university background and what kind of job later you will look for? That is a deep cut out of nowhere. the uni thing is like I studied language and communication, which is like studying English when you're an English citizen. Like for me, it was studying Dutch because I was in the Netherlands. Except there was less of a focus on literature. And then from there, because I needed to... Every course you take gives you like a certain amount of points, and there are some that are mandatory and some are just like you can pick whatever you want as long as you like get enough study points, if you want to call them that, to make it. And I did an internship, and that's how I met Jordan, and that's the short version of how I got here. Was just like we worked together, and after I was done there, he hit me up, and we started working together, and now I do this for a living. And then what kind of job will I look after? I'm currently like still very content doing this. If there's anything I would do, it'd probably still be in the gaming industry, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we've now entered the cellar, which is like a mini dungeon. So I don't know what we're gonna find here. But should be fun. Probably stuff to kill. Bearded Dante, what do you think about Diablo Immortal? As a Dutchie, I cannot give my opinion on the game because of the loot box system. It is literally banned in the Netherlands. Like, you cannot download it. They're killing Holsted. I can't say it on the stream. But it starts with a D, and it's not a nice word. I'm trying to help. What do you think I've been doing? Bye-bye. Can we keep all of them alive? And seriously, what the hell do you think I've been doing? Tornado time! Is there any problem that cannot be solved by tornadoes? There's literally one of them alive. We are doing terrible. They're all dead, aren't they? Didn't kill them quickly enough. Don't understand that, because that hurts. Very similar to Elden Ring. I don't know. I don't know if this is similar to Elden Ring. I really don't feel it is. I get what you're saying, maybe because of like how the open world feels. And I guess that kind of checks out, but you'll see as well, like this is even darker still. This is like very much inspired by gothic horror, and I think the art style is best described as like one of those old, beautiful but also very creepy Renaissance paintings and a metal album cover. That's Diablo in a nutshell, I feel. Either that made a lot of sense or that was a terrible metaphor. You let me know. Thanks for the kind words on the AC content, by the way, as well, Dante. Am I being ambushed? Well, it was a terrible idea on your end because literally all of you died. Might want to think that one over again. We also have another skill point. Luckily, there aren't as many enemies at one place in Elden Ring. Imagine Elden Ring with these enemy numbers. That would be terrifying. I want this because I want that, I think. We're also closing in on getting an ultimate ability, which is going to be awesome. So I haven't even unlocked like the full skill set yet. There is more fun stuff coming. And I'm already having so much fun. As you probably will have noticed, also has to do because I'm playing on a lower world tier, but for people who played the beta, the legendary drop rates in the beta were super up-tuned, so don't expect like that crazy number of gear drops. Because it's not happening. Maybe in the end game. Dal, if you have the error code, because I read a lot about it, I had it this morning as well. The first thing I'm going to ask you if you are sharing your code with someone else, because that's something we tried and that just doesn't work. But as soon as I got my own copy of the game, it immediately fixed it. if that is not the case, I've heard that what you can do is like open the game, then download a free game from like the PlayStation Network, so like one of your PS Plus games, while Diablo is still open, and then either after initiating the download or after completing it, quit the game and start back up. I know it sounds crazy, but people have been saying that that's the only thing that works. I think Diablo Immortal's cool. Is there something wrong with the story or something? Was it just a cash grab? The cash grab thing was, I feel, because they were gating player progression behind money, which is a terrible thing to do in a game where the whole point is you collecting as much powerful loot as possible. This doesn't have that so far. The cosmetics are pretty expensive, I think, which is kind of crazy considering like how far away from the character you are. I think those armor sets I showed you were like 20 bucks, 30 bucks maybe for like a cosmetic armor set. I mean, if you want to spend that much money, that's fine. Yeah, my brother shared the game with me. That might be the problem then. Because I think what people are saying is the reason we run into issues in the first place is because it has to validate both your PlayStation Network account or Xbox account and your Battle.net account. And it can do one but not the other because you are not the person who has the Battle.net license. So that is probably why you're running into trouble. I don't know if that's something that's going to be fixed. Okay, we found the altar. Hello? Honor the Spirit Lord. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? Are you a friend? You are a friend. Where have you come from? Where did you go? Does it even have a story? Like I said, I don't know. I literally can't play it. I would have loved to. This one does. This one does have a story. It actually has cutscenes as well. And they're really awesome.
Rotting in the grove of fame. Cut me free.
So now we need to do... Where do we need to go? Over there. Okay. Not too far away. We can manage. I'm really hoping for more legendaries. I've only found 2 so far. I want more loot. I want more loot. Give me more shinies. Still going? Yeah, we're still going the right way. Oh, don't worry about it. I didn't mean anything mean by it. It's just the fact... I'm slightly annoyed by the fact that I can't play it because I would have loved to play it. I'm not annoyed with you. Sorry for the miscommunication. The graphics are impressive. It's so... like... The graphics are impressive, but I feel like the art direction is even more impressive. Because everywhere you go, it's a lot of different flavors, but it's all just very depressing. Diablo 4 alternate title, various flavors of depression. You heard it here first. Oh, I think I know what we need to do here. So we need to activate this obelisk, and if we want to get some extra rewards, we also need to activate these pressure plates. So I now need to stand on this while these guys are trying to kill me and reviving each other, because that's fair. Until it does this, pop, and then we go to the next one.
I need more time.
So again, this is very much Destiny public events, which is not a bad thing. I kind of enjoyed those. Second one. We have a mini boss here, but we're gonna kill him anyway. Oh no, don't drop an AoE on my head, please. That's just incredibly rude. And that's 3, and we get the last one as well. The cool thing about these public events is that the rewards you get are, you get loot, but you also get like a unique currency that you can spend to sort of gamble for loot. It's more exciting than it sounds. I'll actually show you in a bit. We need to return to Kilbishop for that, which is one of the main cities. How many acts are there? I want to say 4, but I don't know 100% sure either. I know I just completed the first one. And there are 3 available to you from the start, and you can do them in any order you want. Nice, more stuff. Yeah, so those Murmuring Obols we found are actually a currency that you can spend at a specific vendor, which I'm gonna go to in a bit because I want to wrap this up first. Because I think we get cool stuff from this as well. No, I don't want to unequip that. I don't want to unequip my legendary amulet. Thank you very much. Because it's actually pretty good. Okay, now what do we do? I don't like you, because you revive people. Or summon them, or both. I don't like any of them. There we go. Much better. How many of you are there? There's a lot of them here. Including a very annoying elite, which we can deal with. So this is definitely an effigy to the gold or something. It looks proper creepy. It is free! Of course. What did he say?
At last.
And now? What's happening? Are you doing that, sir? Pick up the skull. Okay. Stag skull. And now we need to go back to the Druid settlement, which we have a fast travel point for, so we can just teleport. Whoop. And the cool thing about fast travel, if I'm not mistaken, that works when you do it like this as well, is that it leaves a portal back to the place where you teleported from. So if you're like, okay, I talked to this guy now, I want to get back out into the field, you can just use that portal and end back up exactly where you left off. So that's kind of neat. But still, I feel like traversal is only going to get so much better when we get the horse. So I might want to do some story after this. Or we can see if we can go and find like either a world boss or a legion event, because those sound like fun. I don't know what legion events are. People have been talking about them and saying that they're important, but like timed open world events.
All these years, he has suffered too long. Here, place it upon the altar. Let us honor him.
Sure thing. Hey!
Your den is safe once more. The winter of the great tree's corruption has passed.
So now how does it work? Because we have deer, wolf, snake. I'll just wait until this guy's finished actually, because I feel like he's still in the middle of something. Give Druidic Spirit onto the enemy Tordora to unlock their boons. So we can... Okay, so each of them has like a set, but it does seem like there's a progression to it, because the snake ones are locked still. So we can pick from all of them except for the snake, it seems. let's see what we want. Thorns, maximum spirit, reduced damage from elites, reduced control, critical strike damage, attack speed, maximum life, critical strike chance. I think we're gonna go and give some to the eagle. So this looks more like a raven than an eagle, but correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, we already... we can unlock a lot of stuff because we already have a lot of spirit boons. That is nice. So it's 100 to unlock all buffs from a single spirit, and I feel like all of these are nice, so we might as well just go with that. Yeah, so 100 for you. Make offering. Activate your boons from spirit panel. So we go here and then gain 10% attack speed. Sure. That's awesome. I haven't seen a deer skin for the mount yet. The snake has no trust in humans, therefore all boons are hidden. You must give 100 offerings. Oh, okay. So let's save up the other ones then to like instantly get him. Because we almost have enough for one boon. That sounds cool. I'm intrigued by the snake. Let's see what the snake gives us. Yeah, but now that we've done that, is there anything cool marked on the map that we can go and do? Because otherwise, I feel like just looking for a dungeon if people think that's fun. Or we can just roam the world and see where we end up. Okay, I have another quest objective over here, so I'm just gonna track that and see what we find on the way there. And yeah, if there are things people want to see or want to know, let me know, so maybe I can show you. I haven't unlocked everything yet, by far, so unfortunately I can't show endgame stuff yet. I would love to be at the endgame already, but that's gonna be... take a little bit more of playtime. Just a little bit. Are we looking on... Did we get any better gear? No, because I didn't want to... No. Nothing. Not yet, anyway. God, this is just the moodiest forest, and I love it. These are also fun. These are shrines that you can find out either in dungeons or in the open world, and it just grants you a random buff for like a couple of seconds. Some are definitely better than others. I really like the one where like just hitting enemies makes them drop gold. It just gets you so much money so quickly. Loot goblins are definitely still a thing. I found and killed 2 already. No real luck on the drops yet, but yes, loot goblins are definitely still a thing. Which I'm very happy about. They're fun. I think you actually see them on the map if they're close. Like there's a little loot goblin icon, so you know that there's one nearby. Loot goblins don't steal your loot. They actually carry a bag of loot, and if you kill them, you get their loot. So they're not bad loot goblins. They are loot goblins that you can loot goblin, for lack of better terms. It's good though. They give you more stuff, which is what the game is all about. Like, I'm sure this isn't the best build in the game, but throwing tornadoes everywhere is just too much fun. I don't know if I want to stop. There we go. Those are some more spirit offerings, which is exactly what we want. And we got a level up too. How many more points to an ultimate? 3. Nice, 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 nice. I want this. Because now I get 3 lightning strikes every couple of seconds. Okay, so we got a world event up there. So let's go see what that's about. And also a dungeon nearby. And more spirit offerings. We're doing great. Slay all the enemies. There are so many red dots here. This is just going to be great. Oh boy, they have a fear effect. That's not fun. You see me running away, that's because of the game. That's not because I am scared. It's a status effect, I swear.
I'm not ready yet.
More enemies, of course, also means there are more chances for me to find some druidic offerings, which is great. There are many druidic offerings here. I can't wait for this game. You don't have to wait for this game. Or well, depends. If you've bought the deluxe edition, you don't have to wait. If you didn't, you only have to wait a little bit. But I can already tell you it's going to be worth the wait. It's good. I think. These corrupted roots are actually tankier than most of the enemies I've had to fight so far. The roots are the real enemy. Probably pulp a healing potion because we're not doing too hot. And there is a large cluster of enemies coming up as well. I do like that when there's an objective that's like kill all enemies in this area, that all enemies that are part of that event are marked red on your map. So it's kind of clear which ones you have to kill if you ever like accidentally kite in some other enemies from a different area that you don't need to kill. Bye bye. Defeat. Okay, so we have a boss now. And if we want to get an extra reward, we need to beat her real quick. Him or her. So let's see if we can try and do that. We're off to a good start. Look at the damage. There you go. Is Sorcerer any good? I haven't played Sorcerer yet, but it sounds awesome. The passive system for Sorcerer sounds really, really strong. This is a tough decision. Because this one is better than the one I'm wearing right now. But the one I'm wearing right now is a legendary. But the legendary perk on it isn't that spectacular. So I'm just going to put that back in my stash. Because I want to keep it. It's going to be a good mod D4 in Final Fantasy 16. No man, you have no idea. I'm so stoked for both of those. Hi, is this game worth for me because I haven't played any Diablo games before this? It looks cool, but I'm not sure. Do you like games where the whole point is to collect loot and get a stronger character? If yes, then get the game. It's it is literally that simple, I think. Like if you just what do you want me to do?
Yes. I was traveling to petition the crone for a blessing when I was attacked by a
I don't
wild
trust this.
animal.
This feels like a trap.
The deep forest has always been dangerous, but the animals seem more aggressive.
Also,
than
I
normal.
almost forgot.
I managed to fend it off, but it took a chunk out of my leg in the process.
I need to be recording this.
Might you have
There we
a
go.
potion I could drink? Oh, thank you.
Can we do something good?
I should return home.
She's gonna
With
go
the
home and
beast
turn
so
into a lycanthrope.
stirred up, it's not safe for me to continue.
Oh yeah, the game is a blast solo, for sure. Like in even the more co-op centric things like world bosses, you can do solo because you can just run into other people. I feel like especially with world bosses, the chance that you're gonna be doing a world boss and not seeing anyone is pretty slim. But where are my dungeons? I wanted to go into a dungeon. There's of course literally one over there that I gotta go into. That is actually a pretty decent aspect. I'll go over here to unlock like another fast travel point and then we can go back to the dungeon. Because open world exploration is fun. But so are dungeons. So any lycanthropes. You are my people. I can also turn into a werewolf. I just choose not to. What's this dungeon do? That's a rogue thing. We don't need that. I'll mark that for Jordan. I also want to point out that if you feel like the skills you've been seeing from the Druid so far have been a bit repetitive, that's because I'm like running a very specific, well, not build, I'm just trying stuff out, but I've mostly focused on like one out of the 4 different aspects that you can sort of focus on. So if you want to do like more rock-based skills, you can do that. There's a lot of like earth spikes and earth pillars that you can throw around. I do have the earth shield, which you've probably seen a couple of times already, which is kind of nice. And the vine creeper that you can see crawling around is also that's also an earth spell, I believe. It's really useful. It's poisoning stuff for me, and you can use it like this to lock people down. But the tornadoes is where it's at, really. Is this game considered an action RPG, live service, or both? Both, I would say. But the live service aspect isn't really in play yet. That's only going to come in later after launch. For now, you can just play it like any old ARPG.
I need more time.
Is the RNG better in this game than in Neo 2? That feels like a weird comparison to make. I didn't get to Neo's endgame, so I don't know how bad the RNG was there. From what I've seen so far, drop rates are pretty okay for stuff like legendaries, but it's mostly dependent on what difficulty you're playing. So right now, not a lot is dropping, but that's because I'm at a low level and at a low difficulty / world tier. If you start cranking stuff like that up, you're gonna see a lot better loot and a lot more loot as well. Of course, we're only level 20. We're literally only like 1/5 of our way to the level cap. It's that bad, huh? Glad I didn't stick around for endgame then. That was a fun game though. I did really enjoy Neo. Still wild that we got to make a video on that for the channel. Like one of the cool things that we're able to do, because like Yor and I have a lot of similar interests and joys as well when it comes to playing games, but also there are things that I like that he doesn't, and vice versa. So sometimes it'll just be like, if you think this is interesting, you can try it out, because it's not my cup of tea. And Neo was definitely one of those things where we're like, if I wouldn't have done it, I don't know if Yor would have tried it out, but we got to make a video on it because I wanted to try it. So that was really cool. Okay, we got the teleport, which means we can leave. Because I think we also got 100... Did we? Yeah, we got enough. Let's see what the snake gives us, because the snake buffs sound way more interesting. Is the battle pass just for cosmetics during season 1? From what little I was able to see, yes, but I think there are like gathering bonuses, I think, don't pin me on this because I'm not 100% sure, that you can unlock via the battle pass, but those cannot be unlocked by like skipping levels, because you can also just spend money to skip levels, but it doesn't work for things that actually impact gameplay. But I think it's mostly for stuff like crafting resources. I don't know if there are like huge factors that impact gameplay. But also I feel like some research on the internet can probably tell you more than I currently can, because that is not a aspect of the game that I am up to scratch on, to put it that way. Okay, so what do we have? So you instantly unlock all of them. They were just hidden before. Every 10th kill will cause your next earth skill to overpower. Okay. Dealing lightning damage has a up to 20% chance to cause the target to emit a static discharge, dealing 73 lightning damage to surrounding enemies. Critical strikes with shape-shifting skills heal you. Nature magic skills have a up to 15% chance to reduce the cooldown of your ultimate skill by 2 seconds. So for now we're gonna stick with this, but I feel like this one could potentially be very powerful once we unlock our ultimate skill. Where is the dungeon entrance here? Is it here? Because I kind of want to do this. So the cool thing about dungeons is that apart from the fact that, of course, there's going to be a lot of enemies to kill and a lot of loot that's going to be dropping, you also, as you can see here on the map, you get an aspect drop. And aspects themselves don't do anything, but they are added to what is called a codex of power, which is basically a library of legendary perks that you can add to other gear. So the way you fill that library is by completing dungeons. And if we complete this one, we get an aspect that will, every time we use a basic skill, so that is the, like the standard lightning strike you see me doing all the time, it will increase the damage of our next core skill, which is the big hurricane I keep throwing around, for up to 30%. So that is quite a nice thing to have. So we're gonna see if we can complete this dungeon to at least add that to our library. And then maybe see if we can find where to add it to an item, because I'm kind of curious about that. That was a spectacular entrance. I do not regret taking the lightning bolt talent. Did I turn off the recording? Didn't turn off the recording. Good, 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 good. But I mean, just I'm gonna zoom in for a little bit just so you can sort of enjoy it better. But just the atmosphere of this place. And just look at this. This is great. I feel like the game is completely unplayable like this because the camera is just way too close. But it looks cool. Are there any enemies? I hear frogs. Do we need to kill frogs? No, we're just random. There's just random frogs about. Fear not, my friends. I will keep you safe. Oh, I forgot something. Now is an excellent moment to demonstrate the down portal thingy. So, like, my inventory is very full. It's not a great idea to go into a dungeon where you are going to be finding a lot of loot and do that with a full inventory. So what I'm gonna do is I use a town portal scroll to, or like a town portal, to get back to Kjolvershot, which is like one of the main cities. And I have a stash here where I am carefully going to drop my legendary waste piece so I don't lose that. Also just going to be dropping my gems in here for the moment because I'm not really using them. And then the rest of this, now I haven't found out what like the proper way to do is, if it's better to sell it or if it's better to disassemble it. I haven't really run into any money problems yet. So I feel like dismantling is the way to go. So you get more crafting materials, but you can just be like, oh, I want you to dismantle all, or dismantle all common items. I want you to dismantle all magic, the blue items, and rare items. And now we got a lot of crafting materials. Have you had any login issues? Yeah, the whole license thing I did have issues with, but what solved it for me was the fact that I was trying to use, because we do a lot of like license sharing, because we often only get one code. So then you can like, with PlayStation you can like sort of share accounts so two people can play with the same license. We tried that, and that specifically causes issues for Diablo. So Yor was able to play immediately, whereas I wasn't able to play, and then I bought my own copy of the game. And now it does work. So that solved the issue for me, but I know there were like much, much worse issues. Okay, so our objective here is to once again just kill everything, which I am perfectly okay. What are you? This is gonna be just the best. Oh, hello. Streamer luck activated, I guess. What do you do? Overcharged ritual stuff. Lucky hit. Up to 24% chance when dealing lightning damage to overload the target for 3 seconds, causing any direct damage you deal to them to pulse 238 additional damage to surrounding enemies. Not bad at all. So this one has slightly better damage. However, this one has a legendary perk, which I like, because we are using a lot of lightning damage, so I am sticking with this. And also it's a big stick. And you know what they say about walking softly and carrying big sticks, so that's what we're gonna do. This entire dungeon is gonna be filled with swarms of insects. Oh god. Don't charge me. Thanks. Bye-bye. You could use a new helmet too. Looks stylish. The drip is coming together. Where the hell did all of you suddenly come from? That's unfair.
I need more time.
Didn't enjoy that. But we lived. We're good. I love the fact that, like, no matter where you are in this dungeon, it's just the ambient noise is just frogs happily croaking in the background. That's what you want. Just some nice and calming frogs when you're murdering demons in whatever the hell place we ended up in. Oh, you thought I was locked in there with you, did you? Okay, maybe I was a little bit. I will admit. But we have shields. Thank goodness. So far, we're doing pretty good. I'm happy with how we're doing. That is a cool looking chest piece. We are significantly upgrading the drip in this dungeon. Let's have a closer look at it. Yeah. Nice and lovely fur cloak for a druid. Okay, let's zoom out so we can actually play the game again. There is one enemy remaining, but that is a boss enemy. Oh dear god, no. Oh lord. Okay, so this is a random boss that can spawn like pretty much at any point, and his sole goal is to make your life as terrible as possible. So we're gonna see if we can kill him. We probably can't, but I feel like trying anyway. But this is basically one of those the hunter becomes the hunted moments, and I don't like it. We're gonna be running out of health potions really quickly. Yeah, we are so screwed. Let me activate the shield again, please. That was really close. Yeah, not a shot. I'm gonna get him one day. But that was the last enemy remaining, so now we can... That is just rude. That's just straight up being bullied by the game. It's like, oh, there's only one enemy left. You just have to beat them before this, and then it's the butcher. I'm assuming we need the totems going. Let's just start by breaking those and then see what happens. It's always a good idea. Oh no, I enjoy this. Now it is like Elden Ring. Now I can see the comparison. Pull the lever, Kronk. There we go. Pull another lever, Kronk. Awesome. Please let this be a boss fight I can actually finish. Not the butcher again. Oh, so you see the icon on the map? We got a little goblin. A treasure goblin, in fact. Stop running around. Come back here.
I need more time.
They will eventually leave if you leave them alone for too long, which is why I'm running after them like an idiot and making it my first priority. Because they do actually drop some nice loot. Return the ancient statues to their pedestal. Well, I have yet to find the ancient statues. You should be okay. Did he give me a nice ring? He did, sort of. Hello? Do you have a statue? You have mortars. I don't particularly like that. You know, it's not all bad luck. Getting the loot goblin is nice.
Time to do that.
No, explode. Are these better pants? These are better pants. Another upgrade for the drip. You love to see it. I think that's the statue, but first we open up the tiny treasure chest over here for some more money. Yes. Now we need to bring it all the way over here, I assume. I don't like the fact that there are so many insects in this dungeon. I really don't like insects. I'm sorry. I don't know why, I just really don't like them. I would like another legendary book though, preferably from you. That would be lovely. Okay, well that's not legendary, but that's still good. I'll take it. You just keep getting better pants. Where do we need to bring this thing? Oh god. Hey, we got another level up. We got some more. We are doing fantastic. Rank of lightning storm. Oh, but this one also gives us another rank of tornado. That's wonderful. I don't want the lightning storm. I do want to get over to this part and get the cataclysm going, because that sounds like a wonderful idea. The 10% chance to when dealing an enemy to vulnerable. We are making a lot of enemies vulnerable, so let's do that. Let's summon more lightning. I just want all the lightning bolts. We're going to be calling this the Palpatine build. I should have called my character Sheep. But what can you do? Travel to the infested reservoir, which is definitely a place you would want to go. Okay, this is useful. See, I was talking about some shrines are better than others. This one is great. This one is just let the game do the work for you. Or you can actually, like by using skills, you can just zap through enemies. Oop. And we're back to normal. How is everybody doing? That's a good question. I'm doing good. I hope you are too. And Ty as well.
I need time to do that.
Also, where the hell are we going? Destroy egg clusters. Oh, that means more insects, doesn't it? It was just a great idea to pick this dungeon. I could have picked any other dungeon. No, it had to be the one with all the insects. That is a shiny looking chest though. Maybe we did make the right decision after all. Hello. Hello. Resplendent Guardian. I will show you the meaning of the word resplendent, sir. It is not you. It's the legendary that is waiting for me in that chest. Oh, don't want to stand in that. Legendary in 1, 2, 3. No. Unfortunately. That was honestly a bit disappointing. I thought the loot would be better. So where are these eggs thou speakst of? Oh, there. Literally right there. Okay. I do love the absolutely absurd amount of damage that Tornado can do against stationary targets. It does not care. If you stand still or cannot move at all, you're getting hurricane, son. Do we need to press record again? We do. I'm glad I remembered. So that's one, and then I'm assuming... Yeah, okay. So I'm pretty much was at almost another one. Dungeons are a lot lengthier, I feel, than they were in D3. And also, as you can see now, there's like... Sure, most of the time it's still kill stuff, but there is some variety in objectives where it's like... Destroy a couple of these, or fetch an item before you can continue, and I like that. It keeps... Sort of gives each dungeon a bit of an identity. It's not just another place where you kill more enemies. Plus the fact that all of them are very visually distinct so far as well. Oh, we got another friend. Nope. Don't want to be in that. Inventory is getting full very quickly. But this is why I'm happy that we emptied it before we we set out for the dungeon. Is there local multiplayer on PS5? I actually don't know. I don't think there is. I know there was in D3, but I don't think there is in this one. But don't pin me on that. I might be wrong. It happens more than you think. Goodbye, egg cluster. Hey, there we go. So we've got the thing unlocked for our codex now.
I need more time.
See, so now we have the codex of power. And we have this aspect in it. Which means we can slot it into another item. No. Go to the occultist to imprint aspects onto items. We can do that, I think, because there is one in Kyovershot. So I actually want to go and have a check, because this is a very interesting mechanic. That sort of was in Diablo 3, but not really. Extraction and imprinting. Yeah. So there they are. Can also show you the occultist, by the way, or the purveyor. There is couch co-op, but you both need to have Battle.net accounts. Okay, so there is couch co-op, but it's kind of a hassle. I assume you both need Battle.net accounts that have the game on them then. Hello. Tell me of your wares.
As I'm sure you know, even seemingly mundane objects sometimes contain great power. I can help you wrest that power free. The process will break down the original object, leaving behind the pure aspect of its
So I think
power.
this is about extracting
might think of it as
legendary perks from a legendary item.
Transferring it to another. Not that I would ever dream of such a thing. Certainly not within earshot of the cathedral.
Someone called the police. This man is a psychopath. Hi. So, theoretically, let's see. We need to go to the codex, because this one will... I can't see which item it's going to work on. But theoretically, we pick an item. Say we pick this ring I found. Just for shits and giggles, because I just want to try it out. And then we say I want to put the aspect of the expectant on it. And then it turns it into a legendary ring with that aspect. And then you need money and 6... I need 16 Veiled Crystals or 6. I think I have 16 and I need 6. I don't know where I don't know where to check my crafting materials. Let me see if I can find that actually. That sounds like a useful thing to know. How does one check the amount of crafting materials?
All right, traveler.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's just give it a shot. Screw it, what do we have to lose? This ring, this aspect. Yes, please. This cannot be undone. Well, that's kind of the point. I do not want it to be undone. So I had 16 and I used 6. Cool, 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 cool. So now it is a legendary ring. And I want to equip that in my other slot actually. There we go. That is awesome. So now we have that aspect I just talked about, which means that if we hit enemies with basic attacks and then we use our core skill, the core skill becomes more powerful, which is great. So in that case, I definitely want more materials. So is there any loot I want to keep? I do kind of want to keep that one because I put something on it. Not this, not this, not this. Not any of the pants we found. We have enough pants. It's done. We don't need any more. Guess I'll just put the staff in my... Hello. Just casually Necromancer and his entire army spawning in the middle of town. That scared me. Let's deposit this because there's a gem in it and I don't know if we can remove that, but it would be awesome. And then we're gonna go to a blacksmith to dismantle all of our stuff. And I'll show you the gambling vendor. I say gambling, but it's not real. It is kind of gambling. So we just want to assemble all magic, common items, and rare items. There we go. And then I want to go over here.
My boy, I think he's possessed.
Because this vendor allows you to buy stuff with the currency you get from the open world events. So say for instance that I don't want a new weapon because I just got a legendary one. But say for instance I want a new helmet. I have 280 of these obols. And I can spend 40 to get a random one. I don't know which rarity it's going to be. It could be a legendary. It could also be a common with no perks. So let's see. So that's trash. That's better. Okay, we're gonna do one more.
Not much, is it?
Not getting lucky. Yeah, all of these are worse than what I had. Alright. But that is definitely, like, if you do a lot of open world and public events, that is something that you can definitely do. I don't think we can get there in 1 minute, but the Legion event sounds like it's cool. We're definitely not going to make it over to that part of the map in like a minute, though. Let's see, maybe there's another cool dungeon we can do. That's for sorcerers only. Not interested, thank you very much. There's also a lot of them that are like necromancer specific. Which is nice. Oh, this one is good. I like this one. I'm gonna put a map marker over there and walk that way. Just going on a little bit of an adventure. As we do. Oh, we're still good in that department. It is very nice though that I have a legendary stuff now. Not sure how good that effect is going to be, but just nice finding shinies, because that's what the game is all about, you know? We have enough to get more spirit boons, because we need more. You can actually get that done like pretty quickly. You need like 400 of those offerings in total. And you start earning them as soon as you hit level 15. That's why I already had a couple before I got there. Microtransaction. I mean, I didn't show any. I didn't pay for anything, I swear. I mean, there are microtransactions in the game. They're just not. They're only for cosmetic stuff so far. Oh, there's another world event going on. Let's see what's up with that. I am keeping my fingers crossed that we get far enough to get like a legendary or our ultimate skill. That'll be really cool to still show that. So let me check one thing real quick. Yeah. There we go. So what's going on over here? Hello. Survive the bandit ambush. Massacre the bandits is for mastery. Oh, we have a friend. You see, there's someone running around here as well. Let's actually help them out. Don't worry, friend. There's some whoa, that's a lot of stuff. But they just leveled up. Leveling up is pretty much the best way of dealing damage. Like insta wipes everything close to you. Oh, the massacring is we need to fill the meter before the time runs out, which we're doing a pretty good job at. So these guys would stop running away from me. Hey, we did it. Now the bosses spawned. We can take care of them. Easy kill. And more spiritual swings. This is great. Is it cross-platform? I think so? I'm not 100% sure. Hello, friend. I hope you get good loot from this. That's pretty decent, actually. we did get more pants. And they are not better than what we have. They do have an, a slot for gems in them, so that's kind of cool. But other than that, there was also a cellar nearby that I want to check out. We're gonna go back for that.
I need more time.
Frozen tunnel, and just like the most brightest and oranges of light comes out. Something's going on here. Hello. Who is going to kill me today? Nothing? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I don't believe it's nothing. Okay, well, they certainly didn't put up much of a fight. See ya. Is the Druid actually strong? I'm joking about it now, but I feel like a lot of people were worried about that because they were not great in the beta test. And granted, I am currently playing on World Tier 1, so it's easy to make things look powerful, but the most important thing is like I'm having fun. I do not feel like I've like handicapped myself by picking this class at all so far. Maybe that'll come in later, but the one thing I have heard is that if anything, the Druid becomes stronger in the end game, so not too worried. But we'll see. Maybe I will very jealously look at your one-shotting everything with a rogue as soon as we start playing together. Or Joyce just incinerating things. Who knows? Oh, there's another world event close by. Wonderful. I want to do another one of those. I would also love a Legion event that's in my region. Hold Legion events in your area, please.
I need more time.
Alright, what's this then? Sometimes they do repeat, so we might see the... Oh, I've actually done this one before. This one's kind of good. You need to kill the enemies with the outline to them before she consumes them. And that will remove the shield, and then you can kill them. So we're just going to be murdering all of these. That was easy. Did I crit or something? That was way more damage than I was expecting. Oh, there we go.
Time to do that.
I don't like those guys, they explode. You need to wait to play if you didn't get the deluxe or the digital deluxe or ultimate edition. Then you need to wait and play before you can play. If you bought that edition, you can already get into early access. If you haven't, you need to wait until 5th or 6th. I think I read 6th. Will she? Oh, we messed up. Sacrificed too many. I didn't kill them quickly enough. That's my bad. So then we get less rewards? No rewards? This is actually interesting. We just get less rewards. Because the chest looks less shiny. We do still get obols though, so that's good. Actually, the main thing I want to do is make sure I get the fast travel point. And then we're probably going to wrap up the stream there. Can we get one more level up though? And will that get us an ultimate ability? No, it won't. We need 2 more level ups for an ultimate ability. That's unfortunate. Almost had it. But yeah, so far Druid's been a blast. I really enjoy playing around with lightning. And if you do too, I'd either recommend Sorcerer or Druid. Sorcerer has some pretty insane lightning spells at their disposal as well. Ouch. I'm gonna take a little sippy. I don't want to die. I also don't like the spiders. I can definitely do without those. Put the marker over here, because that's where we actually want to go. Have another tornado, why not? And give me more offerings, which is also great. From what you've played, do you think it's worth the price? Yeah, for me this is a no-brainer, but I really enjoy these types of games. If you feel like the gameplay might get too repetitive, then it might not be for you, but I really enjoy like playing around with the different classes, seeing the different abilities, farming for good loot, and like there is so much stuff to do and so much to explore that I feel like as soon as I finish the campaign, because I want to finish the campaign just to make sure I can access all areas, but as soon as I have that done, I'm just gonna roam around and see what I can find. But yeah, so far I feel like I'm at level 22 right now. I've been playing for, let's call it 6 hours. If you want to level every character to the max level of 100 without like properly gearing them up, but if you just want to level them to level 100, I feel like you're gonna get at the very least 100 hours out of the game. So if you feel like that's fun, then absolutely. If you look at this stream and are like, you're doing the same thing over and over again for the entire stream, this looks boring,
Not while I'm in town.
then it... This guy's glitched. I think. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's an enemy. I shouldn't be able to inspect them. But yeah, for me this is a no-brainer. I really love these types of games, and I think they've done an excellent job at making the gameplay feel awesome, making the skills look and feel super good to use, keeping the loot game exciting without like showering you in legendaries, at least so far. I feel like that's going to be a little bit different when you get to the higher difficulties, but for now I feel like getting a legendary is still something special, which I like. But there are also ways like the aspects I showed. Like if you feel like I need a particular buff or early on, there's a high chance that there is a dungeon in the world that you can just go to complete and get that buff and put it on any gear piece that you like. So there's just so much to do. Again, I imply you have a look at the map and how much we've explored, because we've been throughout the stream. We've been in this area mostly, like this part. And we went from here to here. That's what you've seen. So imagine, looking around this, how much you haven't seen. And how much I haven't seen yet either, which is honestly one of the things I'm most excited about, just getting to explore the map. So bang for your buck factor, absolutely. But I do know that these games aren't for everyone, because people feel like they get repetitive. Oh, really? I did not follow any build. I just picked what seemed like fun. So I accidentally picked the best leveling build for Druid, if that is correct. I am a genius, and this is my build. No, I'm kidding. But no, I didn't pick any build. I just picked what I thought was fun, because that's how I always start. You can actually respec as well. And I think it gets more expensive the more skill points you have invested. But if you feel like you picked the wrong skills and you just want to do over, you can do that too. It only costs money. And considering how many items you find and how much money they sell for, that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, I'm gonna end my recording, and I'm also going to stop the stream there. Thanks everyone so much for joining and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you are interested in playing the game, or like, what the hell do I need to do? How do I get stronger? We are going to have a ton of videos up as soon as we get more hands-on time with the game, because of course we kind of have some catching up to do, because there's a lot to be played. But yeah, as soon as we tried out some things, we're gonna help you get the most out of the game as well. So stay tuned for those videos. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I certainly did. I'm going to be well, surprise, surprise, but I'm gonna be back to playing more Diablo after this. And enjoying it, and hopefully finding some cool legendaries. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. If you're also out there playing Diablo, good luck and have fun. And if you're going to be picking up the game a little bit later, again, stay tuned to the channel, because we got videos coming your way that should be of some help to get you through those end game stages where you can really farm some cool loot. Anyway, thanks to the mods as well for modding as usual,